right, so what I'm going to propose to you, I'm going to tell you, not suggest, I'm going to tell you, is what you should be doing for your businesses. And I'm calling it the foundation for social media. And there are really two primary things that I'm going to focus on. Just because I don't have a lot of time, I just can't cover everything. And I thought I'd go a little deeper into two primary areas that you really need to be paying attention to. Before we get there, where are we now? These are the top 9 websites in the world. Okay, some of you have seen this before. Number 1 website, most popular website in the world is Google, then Facebook, then YouTube. Twitter made number 9. LinkedIn, I think, is number 11. And what's interesting about this, or a couple things that are interesting about this list. One is that I've been tracking this for a few years, and all the social media properties have been gaining ground. All right, so Twitter a year ago was number 13 or so, and gaining. LinkedIn, when I first started looking at this 3 years or so ago, was somewhere around number 35. It's now number 11. And Google and Facebook and YouTube have kind of locked in the top 3 spots now for some time, which is pretty interesting. The second thing that's also interesting is that these are all social sites. People are participating in these sites, all of them, including Google. Google has recently changed their algorithm so that what you do on Facebook and what you do on Twitter and LinkedIn impacts the way your website ranks in Google search. Let's talk quickly about roles. Google, where we look when we don't know anything, know something, want to find something, right? You guys use Google search. Everyone uses Google search. Facebook, where we communicate, right? Where we talk to each other, where we get feedback, right? YouTube, where we are shown the world and convinced of its being, right? How many people watch YouTube videos? It's the second most popular website in the world, right? It's the second most popular search engine in the world, inside YouTube. Twitter, what's happening now? What's happening right now? News is funneling through Twitter. Breaking news. So where it's happening first. Oh, I see something. Boom. Everybody knows about it. That's it. Boom. News. It's happening on smartphones. We'll talk a little bit about that. So what your business needs to do, I would suggest first that your business needs to be found in Google search. People that don't know about you, don't know about your business, need to find it in Google search, right? Any disagreements, feel free to raise your hand. And secondly, you need to communicate with your current customers or people that like your business, right? Those are the two things. And you have this world of opportunity with this social media thing that's going on to easily have a back and forth, not only reminding people about your business and that you are in business and who you are and what you do, but getting them to talk about what they want, showing them off. It's two-way dialogue. It's fabulous. So these are the two things we're going to talk about. And we'll talk a little bit about YouTube, because I just can't help myself. Okay, so how do we do this? All right, this is the really hard part for most business owners. You have to change your mindset. We've come from a world of paying for advertising, where I spend money and I buy a direct mail campaign, or I buy an ad in a magazine or a newspaper, and now we're saying, wait a second, that stuff's starting not to work. Do you see it in your businesses? It's not working as well as it used to. And the shift that we all have to make is we have to be the news. Okay? Our organizations do things, right? We produce new products, new services. We have specials. We have great customer stories. We have press sometimes. There are just all sorts of things happening in our organizations, and we're so busy just trying to get it all done that we forget that other people might be interested in what we're doing, right? If they like you, yeah. If you can even help them in some way, even better. So, be the news. Chevy Chase gets credit for that one, of course. Okay, and the second thing you have to do, it's only two things, right? One is pay attention to what's being said about your business. business online, what's being said in your industry about the kinds of services or products you produce online, and by paying attention to that, you will naturally start to participate in that as well and be able to communicate. So think about your business as a publisher of news, information, things that are going on inside your business. You want to get it out there, and the tools are free, but it takes time, and that's the switch. Instead of very little time and a lot of dollars for marketing, it's very little dollars and a lot of time for marketing now. And that's the fundamental change and flip you have to make in your brain, and realize that you have to start budgeting time now accordingly. Okay, and we're going to get into that. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to go a little backwards here. I'm going to start with number 2, paying attention to what's being said online, okay, and how to help it along. Okay, when you have to buy a food processor for your kitchen, how do you find one? What do you do?
Google search.
Google search. What else might you do? You find
Consumer reports.
Consumer reports. That's a good one. What else? Go to Amazon. Ding, ding, ding. Right. So we are looking for information, whether it's Consumer Reports or Google. We're looking to find the best, right? And what's happening online today is we can call it the review craze, right? So I went and bought this chopper for my kitchen because I like to cook. And how did I decide? Well, I dug into Amazon. You see those 5 stars up there? There are 8 reviews on that. I read all the reviews. I read reviews on all the other choppers that were out there, and I made my decision. Bought it, chopped some tomatoes the other day. Worked great. This is how we're making decisions online. Reviews. And guess what? People are reviewing your businesses too. So you got to pay attention to this. So we get into a category here called reputation management. Anybody doing reputation management in their business? In other words, you're paying attention to what's being said about your business online. Anybody? A couple of people? Okay, good for you. And you have to, right? All right. So I'm going to tell you a little story about a client that came aboard this summer, an auto repair shop. The Reds to protect the innocent, okay? So if you did a search for auto repair in this local area, and this is Google Places, by the way. Anybody familiar with Google Places? A few of you guys? Okay. Google.com/places. See that? It says up there, write that down. After this session, go there and fill out your profile, okay? Because this will help you get found on the internet. If you're a local or regional business, you have to do this. You have to do this. So here's the story. So what happened was they came to us and said, "Gee, we need web help. We're not getting what we need." And what we found was that they had a reputation problem on Google Places. So you do a search for auto repair in their town, and they were the #1 result. Okay. And what happened when you went in and read a review on Google Places? The first review said, if you want to be ripped off, come to this place of business, right? You see the 1-star rating up there under Kimberly? Kimberly was really ticked off, and she let this business know that she was really ticked off, right? So there's a problem here, right? Well, how do you feel if you do a search to get your car fixed, and all of a sudden the first review says if you want to be ripped off? What do you think? What are your chances of calling them? Right? So we had a long talk, and I found out they have a state-of-the-art facility. I mean, the latest technology. They have all these systems in place. They're really, an amazing place. So what did they do? Okay, there are companies out there that you can hire to help you with reputation management, and you know what they do? They're attorneys that will fight Google and say, this is slander, take it off the website. And you pay them a lot of money to do this, and they do it. And they have a pretty decent success rate doing it, and it costs a lot of money. Can you believe that? Laura, you're smiling. I know, it's like, come on, right? It's the world we live in. But he said, should I spend the money? What should I do? I don't know, He realized he had to do this, right? So in the end, we decided, why don't you call your best customers, right? The ones you have great relationships with, and send them the link, get them on here, and start leaving reviews. Right? Doesn't take that much to do. That's what he started doing. And if you have a problem, that's what you should be doing too. So now when you do the search, the first 3 are 5-star ratings. The fourth, and this is an ongoing process, right? This is just a snapshot in time. So we have 3 5-star ratings, rave reviews, and then the 1-star rating comes. Now, how do you feel if you do the search for auto repair and you get 3 5-star ratings and then a 1-star rating? Do you feel like maybe that's okay, or at least that's better?
Better.
Yeah, right.
If they were all 5 stars, then you know they were lying.
Right. Well, I'll show you some examples on that. Okay, so switching gears a little bit, Yelp. Sarah's going to talk a little bit about Yelp later. Yelp.com is another review site, okay? It is one that is popular on phones. So you're driving along, which we did a few weeks ago, and you need a place to eat, and you go to Yelp, and it geolocates where you are and says this restaurant's great. We went to a restaurant and it was great. Boom. Go to Yelp.com and create an account and start watching it. Okay. Yes?
Just talking about reputation, Yelp is correct. In my opinion, I think that they have an agenda,
Yeah.
and so I personally have an issue with Yelp, and I've not had good results with them supporting positive reviews or taking down negative reviews.
Yeah. Well, interesting. That's the second story I've heard about Yelp. Yeah, but they're there and people are using them.
Yeah.
You got to deal with them. All right. So what I would suggest is you create a system for reviews inside your organization. When you have a happy customer experience, point them to Google Places or Yelp and get them to leave a testimonial about you. Now here's an auto dealership in Massachusetts. They have 120 5-star reviews, right, Lori? And what do? When their competitors have 6, 7, 8 reviews, right? They're the only one in their local area that has 120. What do you think they're doing?
They're paying for it.
They're bribing their customers is what they're doing, right? But, maybe they had the issue too. All right, get customers to leave reviews. Pick your best customers, and yes, give them a coupon. Make it worthwhile for them to take the energy to go and leave a review for you. If they're your best customers, they're going to do it, but a little push is always helpful, right? This is a trick I've used, and trick's a bad word, but people are busy. If you have a great relationship with a customer and they're happy to give you a testimonial, but they're busy too, why don't you craft up a 2-sentence, little head start, and it works because then not only do they get that, but you've bugged them a couple of times, and they're all right, and then they rip it apart and change it anyway. Right? It works. If you want to on LinkedIn, by the way, for all you guys on LinkedIn, it's a great strategy too for getting testimonials on LinkedIn. Okay, and this is the grandfather of reputation management. Who's using alerts with Google? Okay, that's good. All right, getting there. So go to google.com/alerts and create a Google account if you don't have one. But what this allows you to do is to track keywords. So your company name would be a keyword search, and it will tell you where on the web your company name is being mentioned. So and you can have a daily digest or a weekly digest sent to you. So it's something you should do. It's free. Do it. All right, reputation management. Okay, does that make sense? Am I making sense? There's talk online, and you got to pay attention to it because, like this poor auto repair service, they were getting hammered.
Well, in the reverse, shouldn't they have maybe contacted that person?
They did.
Yeah,
did.
the 1-star review.
Yeah, but
You
go
gotta work
talk
the other way, too.
go talk to Google and tell them, hey, can you remove that, please? Without a bank of attorneys.
No, but I mean,
Yeah.
talk to the person, if they knew, not that she used her real name, it's hard to tell, but.
Right. Right. Well, they tried. They tried a lot of different things, but
And they don't go away after we had a bad review in 1987. We didn't know how.
Really?
We realized it's still there. You do a search bar, it comes up. Oh, man, can you just take it off?
Right.
We did make that mistake. We apologize, but it's still there.
right. Yeah, it hurts.
Yeah.
Yeah, it hurts. So drown them in positive reviews. Okay, so now we're going to go to, that was number 2. Whoop. Oh, yep.
I was just going to ask you to address the subject of getting into an online dialogue with someone who has it, put up a negative review. You read some things that say, yep, be upfront, air the laundry for everyone to see, so that they can see that you're effective. You take customer service seriously, we're really sorry that you feel this way. We did our best to address your issue. Hope that you'll come back.
It's a very good point, yeah.
How do you feel about
Oh,
that?
absolutely. You should defend your position and apologize, and I think that's very, very important. It's all about being transparent, believable. If you screwed up, you screwed up, and you tried to make it right. Tell people you tried to make it right. Nobody runs a perfect business.
Well, Loco's a great example of extremely proactive in that matter.
Yeah.
For example, Twitter.
Yeah, they do a good job, really good job. Okay, so from reputation management, we're going to go into being the news. And I thought I'd just throw some examples of organizations that are publishing, okay, and doing a really good job, and it's helping them grow their business, which is ultimately what we really want to do. So here's a hotel in Cambridge, Massachusetts. I don't know if you know the Kendall Hotel. If you have to go to Boston, stay here. It's fabulous. It's East Cambridge, right across from the Salt and Pepper Bridge in Beacon Hill, so you can walk over. But guess who sits next to them? The Marriott. Boom, like across the street. Marriott Hotel and a few other competitors. This is a small boutique hotel. So what they started doing is twice a month they write on their news blog, on their website, an article. Sometimes it's a hotel news, they added some suites. They have a restaurant, there are things going on, events going on there. But they also include local happenings. And if you do a search for Boston Harbor Fest, which is a big shindig in Boston, they rank at the top of page 1 just for that search. And why do they rank there? It's because it's that one story they wrote about Boston Harbor Fest Hotel that Google is bringing forward. It's that news blog that's getting found in Google search. And last year, which wasn't really a great economic year in the travel industry, they had an 85% increase in visitor traffic to the website and a 12% increase in bookings. Pretty good story there. Okay, so Tom, thank you for this. So this was a couple of years ago, right? So Tom comes up to me after a couple of years ago and says, you know what, Shaw's makes dinner for me. What do you mean? It's like, well, I follow them on Facebook, and they put meat on sale. I get a recipe sometimes, and if I just go buy what's on sale. I save money, I know what I'm going to have for dinner, and it's all done through Facebook. Simple, works, right? And what Shaw's essentially doing, they're bribing their customer online. Hey, this is on sale, right? Okay. Probably shouldn't use that word too much, but okay.
Incentive.
Huh?
Incentive.
Yes, exactly. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about video. MDRoofingServices.com. This is someone I helped a couple of years ago. If you're not producing video, it is an amazing way to get your point across. If you have a visual business, like cupcakes, or if you're in real estate of any kind, and you're plumbing or electrician or broker, you have lots to show, take your smartphone or a flip camera and keep it with you at all times, record stuff, and talk. And so here's MDRoofingServices.com, and this guy's killing it. Baltimore, Maryland. He does roofing, and he uses video to drive all his new leads. Now, YouTube video gets found in Google search, and it's convincing. And so I just need to show you. On his YouTube channel, in his profile, he's been doing this since 2008. He's got 500,000 views. This is one guy, right? Roofer, who takes videos all the time and puts them on his YouTube channel. Not too bad, right? He does, this is what I wanted to show you. he not only takes these videos, but he has this free digital roof estimate thing, right? So he's differentiating himself from other roofers, saying, look, I'll basically come up with a camera, and because you can't see the top of your roof, show you what's going on and give you an estimate. Wow. Right? That's pretty good. Who does that? Now, here we go. Let's just, a lot of people say, well, I'm going to do this. Let's try this. I'm going to cheat. Sorry, I'm having a technology space. I wanted to show this video, and give me the link. No, all right, never mind. I'll tell you that there's a video here of him walking up on a roof, and the camera's shaking, and he's pointing out the botched job of the previous roofer, and he's talking about what needs to be done. And it's about a minute, and that's it. And he doesn't do any editing to it, really. He puts it up, and what's he doing? What's he essentially doing? He's being transparent about his approach to business, to his clients, right? And a lot of what I get a lot of feedback from people who, yeah, I want to do video, but I gotta, most people think they got to make this production that's really slick, and that's wrong. It's not true. Get a smartphone or a flip camera and just pull it out, start shooting, and you guys, you're experts in your business. Start talking. Tell people why. Right? What's wrong here? What's good there? Just talk to them. Upload it to YouTube. Embed it on your website. Maybe in your news blog if you have it all hooked up. Right? This is what it looks like on MD Roofing and Roof Repair. And they can play it on your website. And there's this. I know there's this fear wall. It's like, oh, I got to talk and I got to. Well, just start, and forget the first 5 that you record. But once you get into the 6, 7, 8, and 9, you get the hang of it. You get going, and nobody really cares anyway. They just want to see what you're doing. Just do it. YouTube. He's made his business. Okay. So here's another one. We're still talking about social media examples. So here's Dan at DB Landscaping in Sunapee. Another business you'd think might be impacted by a home recession. I ran into him this summer. He goes, Pete, you have no idea how much business I'm getting from my website. I am drowning in business. Why is he drowning in business? He's doing 2 things. One, he's posting on his news blog. This one is about New London. It's really showing up. This is a New London landscaping project he did. And he's also taking pictures and putting a little slideshow together, and that he's putting on the news blog, this particular New London landscaping news blog as well. And so if you did a search for New London news blog, this is one of the top results. All right, and what's common? So what's common? What's common is that these organizations are publishing news. They're being the news. Taking the time to do it. Now you can hire some of it out. Some of the stuff you can, some of you can't. But they're being the news, and that's the mindset you have to really shift into. You can pay for some advertising, but you gotta become the news. It's critical today. All right. News blog, reviews, we talked about Facebook, slideshow, video. These are things that you should be doing. These are the fundamental things you should be doing online. They work. Okay, nature of news makes you more transparent. And what do customers want? They want to see what's going on in your business. Really, they want to trust you. They want to get excited about what you're doing. It's viral in nature, right? You put something up, this happened now. It gets passed around via Facebook and Twitter and LinkedIn and email. People shoot emails around. It's viral. Builds trust with people that don't know about you. Creates conversations. So you need to organize around this. Okay. Making sense? Okay. All right. How to get your website found in Google. Let's roll. All right, and let's talk about your news blog. This is the first thing you should be doing if you're not doing anything at all. Is get your news blog right. Get it right. This is how you'll get found in Google, and this is how you'll feed everything out into social media. It's the place in your online life you can control 100%. You can control the user experience 100%. In Facebook, there's a lot of noise. Twitter, there's a lot of noise. Your news blog on your website, it's all you. Google will reward you for it. Okay. 2 big benefits. Promotes your activities, builds trust with new people, and each story attracts new visitors from Google search. Sure. All right. So, let's see if this works. You know what? This isn't going to be working for me. Let's do this the old-fashioned way, shall we? So I'll show you one example here. All right. What we're going to do is we're going to search for New London landscaping. Okay, and please wait. Hey, Courtyard. How do I get past this? My account.
You need to put it on the projector screen.
Room. Oh, it's not working. I'm sorry. Well, funny thing. You can't see much there. All right, so let's go back, and you'll just have to listen to me, guys. I'm really sorry about that.
Does that have your password?
Huh?
Does that have
Well,
your password?
for some reason the projector is only picking up my presentation. It's not picking up anything else. So let's roll through this. All right. The example that I wanted to show you is the landscaping example. In landscaping, it's a business about projects, right? And those projects happen in different towns. So one's in Sunapee, one's in New London, one's in Grantham, one's in Hanover, one's in Lebanon. And one of the big questions I get asked is, how do I get found in these different areas that I serve, right? And I sell this one product or service, but I want people in this town to be able to find me, or in this region to be able to find me. And the news blog gives you the ability to write an article, a news story about a specific project you're working on in a specific area. It could be industry, it could be it could be local, regional type of information. And that one article will get found for that. It's called a long tail keyword search. It gets found for a very, very specific search. So for Dan, he did this great job in New London. He wrote it up. He wrote the title New London Landscaping. And when you search for New London Landscaping, that's the article that comes up. Not his homepage, it's the article. So each article becomes a little magnet for Google search. If that makes sense to you. All right. The other thing people can do is they can subscribe via email to your news, and they will. You can feed your news stories into Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and other social media properties. This is something that we talk about quite a lot. So once you get your news blog installed, you have the ability to hook it up to Facebook and Twitter and LinkedIn, so that when you publish a piece of news, project or new program or testimonial, whatever it is, you can selectively, automatically shoot it to Twitter and Facebook and LinkedIn and other. So the idea is one-click publishing, right? We're all busy. We want to get this. We want to get the news done, but we need to get it done so you can just get it done once and walk away. Now, I'm not suggesting that you feed everything automatically to everywhere, because it gets boring really quickly for people that are following you. But Twitter, I would say Twitter, my recommendation, feed it automatically to Twitter. So everything you publish on your blog shows up in Twitter. Facebook, I like to be a little more personal on Facebook, because that's where the people are really hanging out today, right? And so I might, if I have a news story I find that's, I really want people to know about, I'll just copy the link, I'll put it into Facebook, and I'll write a little description about what it is or why this is interesting. But we need to get efficient, so that's why we do these things. And then comment. People can comment on, and I'll show you in a little bit how to really boost comments. Okay. All right. So let's talk about the information business. Who's in the information business? Who's an expert in their field and has great information that their customers really need to know about in order to build trust and gain new clients? All right. Okay. A few people. All right. So I'm just going to roll forward here. Okay. How do we do this? Anybody have a copywriter in here that they use for their business? All right. All right. Good. One. The thing where most organizations fall down is in writing. We're busy. It takes time. It takes focus. You got to block out everything and sit down and write. It's very hard to do. And 80% of clients that try to do it themselves, unless they are writers, they blow it, they fail. They don't get it done. The ones that win are the ones that have a copywriter. Dan has a copywriter. Kendall Hotel has a copywriter. And what does a copywriter do? They call you, they interrupt you, they say, hey, let's talk about your next article. What's going on in your business? Oh, lots of stuff. And then you talk and you find something that's very interesting and you want to get out there. They interview you for 20 minutes. That's it. You're done. And sometimes they'll be able to not only write it up, but also post it on your news blog. So, and they are varied in price, but it's better to publish something to publish nothing. Okay, people are interested in the information, not in a grandly crafted verbiage. They want the info, they want the message. Okay. We talked about one-click publishing. MailChimp is a good solution for this. It's free to start for a long time, and it will allow people to subscribe via email to your news blog on your website, so it automatically shoots the emails out to your customers. If you have Constant Contact, anybody using Constant Contact in here? A few people. That's good too. That's good you're using it, but it's a manual process, right? You got to get in there, you got to write it, and lay it out, and it takes time, and it's a pain in the neck. Well, if you do it on your news blog on your website and you focus there, MailChimp will automatically shoot everything out to your list. So you might want to think about migrating your Constant Contact list to MailChimp. Okay. And we talked about feeding. So let's move forward. Okay, writing. Pay attention to your title keywords. This is a big deal that everyone misses. Everyone misses this. Why does Google serve up an article? This is talking back to the information business. Here's a PR firm outside of Washington, and very heavy into producing news. I don't know, you can't read this probably, but this says Telecom PR. The biggest part of their client base are telecom companies. And so what they're writing is telecom, here's the title of their news post, Telecom PR, who says pipes need to be done, right? So what Google sees is, Google sees an article about telecom PR, and sees the title of the article starting with these two keywords. When somebody searches in Google for telecom PR, they want to get found, right? That's their customer, telecom PR. They're number one in Google for telecom PR nationally. Small little shop outside of Washington. And then of course, your keywords in your text is going to be a mix of telecom PR. Google's going to figure out, hey, this article's about telecom PR. They're number one. Make sense? So pay attention to the titles of your news stories. Very, very important. Everyone screws it up. And you will too in the beginning. Okay. Notice the like button in there, right? A little viral nature. Make sure you have the Facebook like button installed on every news item you have. So if I like this and I have 100 friends, 100 of my friends might see that I like this, and the link will come back to this news article. Okay. Okay, install your news blog on your website. Here's a common mistake. I go to blogger.com, I set up a blog, I start blogging, nothing happens. Blogging? Right? Nothing's happening. Well, the secret is you have to put your blog on your website, okay? /news, /blog, /whatever. Okay, it has to live where your main website lives. It can't be, you know, news dot your website or blog dot your website. Anything in front of the dot is Google considers a totally separate website. You can integrate this as we did here. This is their homepage. 1, 2, 3, the 3 most recent articles automatically, the titles show up on their homepage. What does Google do? Google goes and visits your homepage more frequently than it visits your subpages, okay? So you need to bring your news forward right onto your homepage. And besides, if I'm looking for telecom PR and I land on this homepage and I see that there's news articles, how does that make me feel as a human being, as a potential customer? Pretty good, right? It's like, hey, I know this website's not 100 years old because they posted on September 9th, 2011. Right? Okay. Oh yeah, produce video. Get your cameras, upload to YouTube. Okay, here's a trick. I don't have time for this, right? Oh God, it's time for this. Well, think of the roofer, okay? You take the video at the moment where you're at. It could be an interview of a customer that's come in that agrees to it. It could be you're on site somewhere, you're baking and you have this beautiful thing or whatever, and you go through a special process. Whatever you think is interesting, take the video, talk, and you need keywords on your news blog. You're going to put this on your news blog, but you need those nice keywords, right, for Google to latch onto to rank that article. Well, here's the secret weapon. You go to castingwords.com and you give them the link. All you have to do is give them the YouTube link to the video, and they will transcribe the video for you for at $1 a minute. So if it's a 5-minute video, it'll cost you $5 to get all the text written up for you. Copy that, paste it into your news blog. You have a video and you have the text. You're going to please everybody that visits the site. Castingwords.com. It's great. It will take you very, very little extra time to do. Very little. Okay. How are we doing on time? Running long? Am I doing okay? 10 of 9.
On the previous screen it said
Yep.
embed your video.
Yes.
Exactly. I do YouTube videos. How do I get them in the blog? What's the best way to put them in?
There's at the bottom of the YouTube the video, it says share button.
Yeah.
Hit the share button, and then there's another button that says embed. Hit the embed button and it'll give you a little code. Well, that's the code you have to put on your webpage.
So what's the difference between that and what you call the share? So there's 2 different options. Is one better than the other? Or?
No.
No.
Sometimes you'll get the link, just the link,
Okay.
and like WordPress as a software will do the job for you. We'll pick up on the link, but in Dreamweaver you'll actually need the embed code. Depends on the software you're using to publish your website. Yeah, but they should all do the same thing. Yeah. All right, back to. All right, so let's talk about Facebook. Remember, 70% of the United States is logged into Facebook during the day. 70%. We are living in Facebook, whether we like it or not. And I know some that not. Okay. What do you want to accomplish in Facebook? What's the number one thing you want to do in Facebook? Get liked. Get liked. Be liked. It's all about me, right? All right. Get more fans. You get a like, you get a fan. Gives you the ability to communicate with your fans, ask them questions, participate, talk about stuff. Yes? 5 minutes.
Take a break?
5 minutes?
Yeah, and we'll have an internet pack.
Okay, great. All right, sorry. I know. How do I get more fans? Bribe them. Okay. This came out yesterday. It's Constant contacted another research firm. The interesting statistic here is that most respondents said they like a brand on Facebook because they are customer, 58%, or because they want to receive discounts and promotions, 57%. I'm interested in discounts and promotions. Give it to them. That's what they want. Bribe them. There, I said it again. Bribe. Bribe them. What do your customers want? Coupons, free stuff, specials. Maybe there's some critical information, some expertise you can give them as a download. Okay. And I'll wrap with this one example, and then we'll take a break. How's that sound? We okay? Am I blowing it? So last week I got this incredible email from Consumer Reports. I was a subscriber for a long time. I'm no longer a subscriber. I was a print subscriber. I was an online subscriber. And they said, hey, you can have a free guide to light bulbs for liking us. I said, I use light bulbs. And I buy them, and I want the best at the cheapest price. So I'll do this. So I went to their page, and what did I get on Facebook? I didn't get the wall. I didn't get the communication and the conversation. They took me to a landing page, right, with this specific offer. It says, hey, like us to download the Consumer Reports Guide to Light Bulbs. And it's this nice little arrow that points to the like button. I said, wow, I can do that. I know I can do that. So I did that, okay? And what happened next? Hey, thanks for liking us. Okay, this is great. Now you can unlock the download, right? By pressing this unlock the download button. I'm like, unlock the download? Okay, I want it, so, I'll do it. So I press that button, and then what did I get? Genius. Oh, post this to your wall. Share that you just liked Consumer Reports and downloaded the super guide to light bulbs. And anybody who's interested in light bulbs might do the same, right? So I hit the share button, and all my friends see that I'm now interested in light bulbs with Consumer Reports. Brilliant, right?
I'm curious how many people would react as you did in this room versus how many people would react as I did, which is expletive, you want me to advertise you for free,
Yeah.
do your brand, like...
You can get around that if you really want to. You can get around that. I tried it and I got around.
No, yeah, you can just hit cancel, but
Yeah.
I wonder how many people would be annoyed that they're even asking.
Yeah.
I can see it both ways.
Definitely. But some will take them up on it.
The people who are buying cheaper light bulbs are.
Or you might say that, you know what, this is okay. I'll give you the share because this is cool. It's like it's a trade, right? Almost. There are applications out there available for you guys. Some are free, some are paid. That let you create this functionality. It doesn't cost that much to do so. And those are some names. And I'm going to take a break now.